Hey YouTube, welcome back to our channel. It's been a couple weeks since we've been on here. Welcome to March. We have another what's for dinner for you. Tonight we have some tasty turkey wings and gravy. So, and there's Miss Evie. Hi. Say hey, Evie.
Hi.
I think she might help us in the kitchen and she might be running around, but I'm gonna show you our ingredients and get started. We got Christian over here making some cereal for Gracie. And so, we have here the turkey wings, and actually, they're pretty nicely sized. They're not big. I hate when they're all big. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turkey wings. And here are the seasonings. And you can see for yourself, we have some salt, parsley, some thyme, sage, garlic powder, onion powder, cream of mushroom soup, but I'm also gonna make a slurry so they can make their own gravy too, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I've put the seasonings, I've measured out the seasonings. So this is a half a teaspoon of sage and a half a teaspoon of thyme. And like I said, the can of cream of mushroom soup, paprika, because I make our own house seasoning, and that's right here. And that's a mixture of paprika, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, stuff like that. And here's the black pepper. Here's the cornstarch where I'm gonna make the slurry. We're going to have some jasmine rice, some nice candied of the yams, and we already have some greens from the garden. We got no snow this year, so the greens are coming early. Oh, and butter. Y'all know butter makes everything better. So it's only 4 tablespoons, but the way my mind is set up, I want some butter on every piece. So I cut it up. And let's get this party started. Okay, so Evie and I are gonna go ahead and season the turkey wings, and then we're gonna pop them into the oven. We have it on 350. We're gonna cook the wings for probably 2 hours and they'll be done. So while the wings are cooking, we'll do the candied yams and the rice. And like I said, we already have the greens done from yesterday. So let's get busy. Let's go ahead and season them up. I've spread a little olive oil on the meat. Okay, here we go. And now for the sage and the thyme. See, it doesn't take long. Y'all say, why did she have the gloves on at first and then take them off? I did that for y'all. I don't like working with gloves. They get in my way. I'll make sure I wash my hands thoroughly. Wash my hands. Okay, so that is the oven. It has reached 350. I am going to make the slurry for the gravy. I have a cup of chicken broth, and to that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. If you were going to use flour, then you would use 4 tablespoons of flour. Mix that up. So in the oven, this is going to thicken up. And it's going to mix with my can of cream of mushroom. Sometimes when I think about it, I'll buy a 12-ounce container of mushrooms, any kind of mushrooms, shiitake, baby bella, and dice them up, put them in here. But I have the cream of mushroom because I'll use cream of chicken, cream of celery, any kind. But today we have cream of mushroom. And now I have our slurry. Mix that up. Remember, that's the 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and the 1 cup of chicken broth. And we pour that in. And that cornstarch is what will thicken up. And don't worry, everything is going to be nice and smooth. We're going to cover it, and I can't remember if I mentioned switching the pots, but I just like the way my meats come out in this roaster. And this roaster is probably, this was my grandmother's roaster, and my grandmother was the cook of the family. My grandmother was born in 1929. So how old would she be now, honey? It's 2020. So imagine how old this roaster is. So it's been through some things. And then I have 1 medium onion. I'll sprinkle that bad boy in there. And 4 tablespoons of butter. And I know I said it looks like a lot, but it's not. It's just 4 tablespoons. But I said the way that I'm set up, I want every piece to get some onion. Every piece to get some onion. Every wing to get some butter. I don't want anyone feeling left out. I read one time that butter tenderizes the meat. I didn't research on that yet, but it could be true, it could not be true. I just know that butter tastes good, so whether or not it's a tenderizer or not, butter's just good. So we'll just keep using the butter. So that's it, folks. We're gonna put the lid on, get it to the oven, which is already preheated. For 350. I'm gonna cook it for an hour and a half, and then I'm going to take the lid off and let it cook for another 30 minutes so that it can brown up, and it will be done. And that, I'm cooking it for so long. I don't think 2 hours is long, but if you think 2 hours is long, I'm cooking it so long because turkey can be a tough meat, and so cooking it for 2 hours ensures that it will be tender, nice and tender, to go over this jasmine rice and to go along with those tender baby greens that my hubby picked yesterday. Actually, he cooked the greens yesterday, and we're gonna make these candy yams. So stay tuned and we will be back. What's for dinner with only the Andersons?
I know you're supposed to go this way when you're doing potatoes. But I don't like to go that way. I don't know why. I feel like I ain't gonna be able to do it right. We grew this in the garden. No, but for real, we have.
Just like the dog.
What, Evie?
Why did he say he lived just like the dog, but he didn't?
We have grown sweet potatoes in the garden before. That's a rotten spot. Right there. Right there. I wonder who that is. That is Pops.
Is it?
Huh?
I bet it isn't.
Who do you think it is?
Yes.
It's Krista.
And we are down to 3 turkey wings. The kids have eaten. We had to wait for the yams to get done. Well, we didn't have to wait, but we wanted to wait for the yams to get done. So we are going to plate these up and we will show you in a second. But don't they look delicious? Oh my goodness. Look at that. I cannot wait. So welcome back. I showed you the turkey wings are done. We were down to 3. The kids had to eat and they didn't want to wait on the candy yams. And this is hubby's plate. He didn't want to do a cameo. So I'm gonna do the taste test. I have no problem with that. We have the jasmine rice. I put a little gravy. These are baby greens from our garden. So it's a mixture of, what are they, honey? We have collard greens, Florida.
Broadleaf.
Broadleaf. Kale. They cook up really, really quickly. And they are super tender. This is his plate, so I'm not gonna eat up all his stuff. We have the candied yams. The rice with the homemade gravy. Well, the semi-homemade gravy. Because remember I made that slurry. And then I had the can of cream of mushroom soup. And then the star of the show. Let's just get busy with it. This turkey wing. I almost don't eat. It's so pretty. I don't even want to mess with it, but I just have to show you. Let's turn him over. Please look at this, y'all. Do you see the magnificent meat? It's just falling apart. Honey, I'm not gonna tear up your dinner. Here, may I do the honors? Just the first bite. You want the first bite, honey?
Go ahead.
Okay. Lord Jesus, I thank you for this food I'm now receiving, for the nourishment of my body and the blessings of my soul, in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, God.
Amen, amen.
And I will leave the rest to Mr. Anderson. So, with that, we thank you for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always,
Hit that notification bell.